in Russ the Tar Heel, and welcome to the call-in show, man, for the Carolina and Stanford game, dude. How's everybody doing tonight, man? Appreciate you guys hanging out with your boy on a Thursday night. Did it on Thursday night tonight because obviously we got the live reaction and watch party for the Kansas basketball game tomorrow night, and we got Stanford and North Carolina at 4:30 on Saturday. So really big week here coming up, and a lot of excitement, if you will, man, for Carolina athletics right now, man. This is obviously one of my favorite times of year when Carolina, football and basketball overlap, dude. It's just a it's just a fun time to be a sports fan, especially a college sports fan, and especially when you can be a fan of a great university like the University of North Carolina. So, really excited about this month, man. See if Carolina football can finish strong, and then, like I said, obviously we got basketball really getting things kicked up. So, $600, bro, on the stinking line. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, call into the show, and predict the score correctly. And this is our second year doing this, man. And we've only had one winner, and it was yours truly. I think it was week 3 last year. I predicted the correct score of the North Carolina Central Carolina game, 45-10, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it didn't happen the way that I thought that it would happen when I predicted the score. I just kind of backed my way into it. But sometimes that's how it's thinking happens. And that just goes to show you that it can be done. You can win the $600. It is stinking possible. So like I said, man, got started a little bit early, man. We'll go ahead and go through our whole preliminary ordeal like we always do. And then we will open up the calls for anybody that wants to call into the show, man. Anybody that wants to call into the show and, have an opportunity to win stinking 600 bones, man. To me, it's a stinking no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. But like I said, man, we'll go ahead and get to the other screen, and we'll jump into the preliminary side of things. And we'll check the weather real quick, see what the weather's going to be like on Saturday. Obviously, we got 2 days to go, so these things can change, but it's going to be a high of 73, low of 54. Looks like there's a chance of a morning shower and then a few showers developing later during the night, so we could see some rain Saturday night, at least right now. That's kind of the information that we're getting. Pretty good football temperatures, and the humidity is a little high, but that should be pretty good stinking football weather. And, actually comes at the perfect time because Monday and Tuesday we're looking at 40s and 30s, 40s and 20s in Chapel Hill. So get the football weather out of the way and take care of that. Carolina is going with a new look for the 2025 season. First time, white helmets and, all navy blue, all Carolina blue top and bottom, man. I think it's actually a pretty clean look. A lot of the guys know that I'm not a very big fan of the white helmet. However, this is not a bad look, dude. Not a bad look. And it's, I think it's about time that we change it up. Kind of surprised a little bit. Kind of stinking surprised, man. What's up, Wandering Gamer? Good to see you. Said, I wonder what's different about Russ's setup between his game streams and call-ins and his videos. I can barely hear him. Can't hear me right now? Let me see if I can fix that. Should be all the way up. I got all the juice going to it right now, so I'm not sure either. I got it all the way stinking cranked up, so sorry about the volume if you can't hear me, Wandering Gamer. But this looks good. Good look. And this is a Malcolm Ziegler. Had a nice little article or a little show thing that was going on with, his dad coming back a couple years back when he was just knee high. He was in the Navy, and he surprised him at the Carolina game. So that was pretty stinking cool. Now, coming over here once again, still 62.8% chance for Carolina to beat the Stanford Cardinal You see that Stanford is 3-6, 2-4 in the Atlantic Coast Conference. North Carolina is 3-5, 1-3 after their first win, ACC win against Stanford. And right now, for all intents and purposes, they're thinking that Carolina is going to get the job done, and they are currently 7.5 point favorites at home against the Stanford Cardinal. And if you haven't already, check out the preview and prediction show on the channel. I think that's a fairly good line with all things, uh, all the information that we have. But I think there's a possibility where Carolina can get this thing done a little bit more uh, hardy, if you will, um, with the way that they're trending, especially the defense, man. So that's what we got right there. We've looked at the weather. We've looked at the daggone clean unis. We've looked at the matchup predictor and everything. So let me daggone get back over here to the live scene, and we will open up the phone lines for anybody who wants to call into the show and give me your score prediction so that you can win 600 stinking bones. It's a lot of money. It's a car note for some of you. Shouldn't be your car note, but that's a lot of stinking scratch right there, dude. And who couldn't use $600? Now, while we're waiting for a call, man, you guys should be aware, if you've watched the preview and prediction show, that I picked Carolina to win 30-13, and I think Hutch picked the Heels to win 27-13, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, I feel pretty good about this one, and mainly it's because the way that the defense is playing. I think that the defense is playing some really good football right now. I feel very confident that against subpar offenses like what we're going to see against the Stanford Cardinal, there's no reason that these Heels don't lock them down at the stinking house. What's up, Scott? Good to see you, bro. Good to stinking see you, man. I think Carolina's defense has a really good opportunity to, like I said, really put the clamps on the Stanford Cardinal and probably create some turnovers, man, especially if Branson gets the stinking nod. I think he's thrown 3 interceptions last game, 2 before that, and he had an interception in each of his last 2 games before that. So, guys, turnover prone. If Carolina's defense can continue to do what it's doing, Tyler Thompson and Melcart Abujide have been absolutely terrific off the edge. And if they can generate some pressure and get Branson on his back feet, on his heels, if you will, no pun intended, we could see Carolina generate some short fields for this offense and kind of tack on some more points than we've seen against P4 competition. Obviously, they could have possibly scored 34 points, in the last game, but they took a knee wisely. So just go ahead and get out of there with the stinking W. But, that's kind of some of the things that I'm looking to see, man, from this North Carolina team. So if you haven't seen already, man, the phone number is 919-590-3514. 919-590-3514. Call into the show. Give me your score prediction if you want, and enter yourself in for an opportunity to win the $600. All you got to do is be a subscriber to the channel. All you got to do is call into the daggum show. And if you guess the score prediction correctly, you win the money. It doesn't matter if you're a Tar Heel. Doesn't matter if you're a stinking Cardinal. Doesn't matter who your team is. If you call in and predict the correct score to this game, I'm going to send you $600 stinking dollars. Like I said, 919-590-3514. Call into the show and give me your score prediction. You don't call into the show, you don't have an opportunity to win the money, right? So, give me a stinking call, man. Don't be bashful. Don't be shy. So, like I said, 6-11 combined record right now. Only 3 wins in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Going to be kind of interesting to see exactly how many individuals, how much Carolina actually has, at the game. That's going to be, how invested is it, especially with basketball season starting. You kind of know how that whole thing stinking works out. Basketball season in Chapel Hill comes, and Carolina's looking to have a pretty good team, and all of a sudden, people lose interest, especially when Carolina is 3-5, and it's Stanford in town. It's not like it's Duke or NC State or anything like that. So people, they they lose interest. I don't. I'm gonna be here if we're stinking 0-12. That's just how I stink and roll. But you know, that's how it stinking usually happens around here. Branson, like I said, 1,800 yards passing. Gio finally goes over 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's played some of his better football over the course of the last 2 games. So that's a good thing to see. Let me make sure that my volume is working. Yeah, okay. My volume's working. All right. Just wanted to make sure. And I think one of the keys is right here, bro. Damon June. We have got to get him the stinking football. Got to get him the football, bro. Whenever Damon touches the rock, he does things, right? And it's just kind of amazing that we're kind of being conditioned to think that, there's nothing really to see here when he's arguably been the best offensive player of the season for Carolina, man. I mean, the guy he finds a way to make plays, and I really think that we need to feed him the football, man. He needs a heavy dosage as the season, winds down with these last 4 games of the regular season and hopefully a bowl game. And then Jordan Shipp's got to continue to get touches too, man, across the middle. Jordan Shipp has got to get touches across the middle as well. So, I mean, Carolina's got the options. They got a couple of options that they can go to, but it is more of an offense where you're going to have to methodically move yourself down the field. That's just kind of the system that we're in, and I think that it's taken a lot of Tar Heel Nation some time to get used to that, considering we just came from, years of Sam Howell and Drake May really stinking tossing that thing around. It's gonna take some getting used to for sure. It's gonna take some getting used to for sure. But that's the nature of what Bill Belichick wants to do. It's kind of one of the things that I alluded to. I think a lot of us did. We already knew it was going to happen. It's going to be a ball control offense, play really good defense, play good special teams, and you'll stink and be in it, and you'll win some close football games. And I really think that that's really what he is trying to stink and do. That's really what he's trying to do, and I think that that's what we're seeing. So get used to it. Buckle in, because that is going to be what we observe for sure. Like I said, man, 919 590-3514, 590-3514. Call into the show, and this is your opportunity to give me your picks for the Carolina Stanford game, and your opportunity to win $600. 600 bones. All you got to do is call into the show, be subscribed to the channel, and give me your score prediction. If you don't call in, you don't give me your score prediction, guess what? You can't win the $600. And I want to give this $600 away. I do. And if you're the only person that calls, guess what? That just increases your chances. Actually, technically it doesn't, because we have a rule that you have to pick a different score than everybody else. So like I said 30-13. Hutch said 27-13. What's going on, Hutch?
What is up?
What's up, bro? I appreciate you calling in, man. I was getting lonely over here.
I was going to say, man, I'm like watching you and like nobody's calling to talk to Russ. So I'm like, I figured I'd at least update you on the massive candy haul I got with my Halloween costume as Russ the Tar Heel.
Oh, dude, that's what's up, bro. Nobody was scared? They weren't like running back into the
man.
house?
I mean, I was like a damn celebrity, man. Signing some like fake autographs as Russ the Tar Heel.
Yeah, I'm sure they knew exactly who I was. Yeah.
Exactly, man.
Yep. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Doing all right, man. How about you?
I am hanging in there. My lights are stinking going off and everything. So, all kinds of, nobody's calling. I'm lonely, sitting here talking to my BFF, on the stinking internet. And life is good, man. Life is stinking good.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
What's you so thoughts for those who haven't seen the Hutch's portion of the preview and prediction show?
Well, to quote, a compatriot of yours and somebody that I watch, the esteemed Rec Talk. Rec has he's kind of termed the Carolina games of the past few weeks cripple fights. That basically it's just the blind versus the blind.
Right.
In a lot of these games where I think there's a little truth to that, and then I think that there's, it's somewhat tongue in cheek. Make no mistake. I mean, Stanford is not a good football team. It's
Right.
not like you went up there and you beat, a Pitt or Louisville or Georgia Tech. You beat a really bad football team. You're playing another one this week.
100%.
Now, granted, these are games you got to win. These are games that are going to help you get the bowl eligibility. They're winnable. It's at home. This should be, at least in my opinion, a 2-touchdown win for y'all.
Right.
If you don't do what has happened in past games where there aren't the turnovers, there aren't the boneheaded penalties, there isn't just the stupid things that hold you back.
Right.
That being said, it's one thing that I'll touch on, and I thought about this recently, and you touched on it in the intro. That Bill wants to run this type of offense and this and that. And I'm like, Bill's got to get his head out of his where, because that doesn't work in college football. And I'll give you the biggest, case in point, Pat Narduzzi, yeah, okay, isn't the Lord Bill Belichick, but they're cut from the same mold. These are defensive guys that have defensive mindsets. And, you look at what Narduzzi did. He wins the ACC with an offense that averaged close to 40 points a game, and he gets into a pissing match with Mark Whipple because you're throwing the ball too much. I want to run it. We got to run the ball.
Right.
So Whipple leaves, and you bring in Frank Signetti, not the good Signetti. We bring in the other one.
Yeah.
Who ran an offense much like Bill's running. Like, you got to win the NFC Central in 1988.
Right.
And they had enough residual talent on defense in 2022. They had a really good back in Israel Benekanda and a good O-line, and they still managed to win 9 games. And when they lost that the next year, they were 3-9 because it was a garbage offense. It's Pat wised up that he dipped into the FCS levels and he found somebody that ran a modern offense. And if Bill's smart, Bill does 2 things. He gets rid of his crony Lombardi, first and foremost. That guy's got to go. Clueless in every way, shape, and form. And the second is that he needs to hire an actual offensive coordinator that will run a college offense. You have to score points in college football. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't do this, hey, we're going to run these 3 tight end formations and we're going to do all this stuff, and it doesn't work anymore. You have to put up 30 points or more a game.
Right.
And unless he's willing to check his ego and do that, I'm just saying, I think it's not going to pan out. Yeah, you might have a great defense, but as long as this offense continues to do this dink and dunk stuff, it's not going to work, man. You're going to be 6-6, 7-5, fighting to get to the Gasparilla Bowl.
Right. Yeah,
So,
I agree. I agree, Hutch. I will push back ever so slightly. And not to compare Carolina to these programs, but Michigan a couple years back, 2023, had a ginormous offensive line, great defense, and all they did was run the damn ball. And they literally bullied people all over the stinking field. Now, obviously, I'm not like I said, I'm not trying to equate the two, Carolina and Michigan, but I would say that it seems to me like when during the season, I would tend to agree, but when you see teams like a TCU and Oregon, some of these teams that kind of throw the ball around, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, bro, and the championship is on the line, it's who has the trenches and who can run the damn ball. And, I'm not saying that there's not like a healthy medium here, because I'm not happy with the way that the offense is running. I'm not happy with the play selection. I'm not happy with the lack of downfield, because we're just not pushing the ball down the field. Because I'm all for running the football, man. I mean, I like asserting dominance over the opponent. I like that. But you've got to take some shots and you got to stretch the field every once in a while, man. And I don't think that we're doing that. And that's what bothers me the most about this offense. So I will agree.
Well, part of it.
Kitchens is
part of the issue is that you don't have the ability to do it. You don't have the quarterback talent to do it. You don't have the O-line talent to do it. And I'll counter your point. Yes, you look at what the Big Ten has done, and who are the 2 players? It's Ohio State under Urban Meyer and then Ryan Day and then Michigan under Jim Harbaugh. And what
Right.
they've done, Jim Harbaugh is a 15-year NFL quarterback.
Right.
And, yeah, they were able to run the ball and bludgeon people because look at the amount of first and second, third-round picks they had on that O-line.
Right.
But they were also balanced. They also threw the ball. Look at J.J. McCarthy's stats. Look at Ohio State. They put SEC caliber speed at the skill positions and still had Big Ten big uglies in the trenches. And they ran a modern college offense. They had the ability to line up and run your counter trays and run your powers and run all that stuff when it counted, but they still had the ability to throw the ball.
Right.
Challenge corners, downfield throws. You know, if you look at Pitt and it's, I'm not saying you look at how they basically design routes, and it's all from a guy who came from Western Carolina. There's a lot of innovative route concepts. There's a lot of things that really put a lot of stress on a defense because it's like, okay, we'll pick your poison. Carolina's not doing that.
I agree.
You have to do that. You have to do that at this level. And that's what I'm saying. If Bill's smart, Bill checks his ego, and he goes and finds someone who, hey, look, I'll get this offense putting 42 points a game up. Worry about your defense. We'll take care of the rest.
Right.
And to his credit, Pat did that. Pat checked his ego and said, hey, man, he told Cade Bell, I want to score points. Go score points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fair enough, man.
So,
I mean, you know, I don't want to average 24 points per game. You know, I mean, because
right.
You know, we've alluded to this in the past. I mean, in today's college game, man, you got to score points. You got to. You know, and I think that, like I said, man, I'm not a huge fan of Freddie Kitchens and what he's trying to do. You know, I think some of that's coming from Bill. I think that Coach Belichick is going to have to swallow his pride a little bit, maybe go a little bit different direction than what he's used to, because, like you said, you know, they're not. We got to have a better offense, man. We just got to have a better offense, especially with the way that the defense is playing. We might not see that until next year. We just might not see it until next year. But we got some studs coming in, at least at the quarterback position. So we'll see if that changes things.
Right.
We'll see.
And my point is that you need to put them in a position to succeed. And it's not doing what you're doing now. It's not running the offense that you have now because it's not sustainable long term.
Right.
You know, it's like, yeah, the Wishbone was a great offense. And could you still run it? Probably. But you know what? A lot of it, defenses have caught up. You know, there's a lot better athletes on defense. There's a lot of speed on defense.
Right. Yep. 100%. 100%.
You've got to get to the point where now you're running an innovative offense where if you're recruiting all these 5-star quarterbacks, that's what they want to play in. They want to play in an offense that showcases them. Now, yeah, granted, I'm not going to say you need to be one of these teams. You know, I go back to, I think when Phil Longo was at Ole Miss, and they were up and down the field. I mean, tons of yards. And they got inside the 15, and it was like because you couldn't run the football.
Same thing at Carolina when Phil Longo
You could not run the football.
Yeah.
I mean, you kicked so many field goals and went so many 4-and-outs because you could not run the football inside the 10-yard line.
Right. Yeah, I hear you, man.
So,
Preston
I just
wants
don't
to know
see
if
it
you're
as
Carlton.
What's that?
I said Preston. I guess Preston wants to know if you're Carlton because we're talking about running the wishbone and stuff.
Carlton does love him some wishbone.
He
man.
loves the wishbone, bro. Hey, bring in the triple option in. Bring in that triple option, man. So, yep. So, I mean, you think that? I mean, you would say that if Carolina dropped this game, though, that would be that's a bad loss, right? This is a game that.
This is a horrible loss.
Yeah.
This is a horrible loss.
Right.
I'll tell you this: that Stanford team I watched last week, it was hapless. They were pitiful offensively. And I'll say this: the one touchdown they scored, they took a 10-7 lead. They went for it on their own. I want to say like 33-yard line on 4th and 1 and got stuffed.
Yeah.
I think 2 plays later, Heinzel fell Kenny Johnson for a touchdown. I was watching the tail end of another game. I think I was watching the end of the Duke Clemson game. So I missed Stanford at a short drive to kick a field goal. They somehow get the ball back, and it's like 3rd and 12. They throw the ball back. It should have been intercepted by a lineman. He has it hit off his hand. It tips in the air. The safety is playing where he's supposed to over the top, but when the ball's tipped, receiver just takes it and turns into the end zone. Fluke play should have been a pick 6. They had 4 turnovers. Heinschel had a terrible game in a lot of
He
ways.
did.
Because
I watched.
Fumbled in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Threw a pick 6 in the end zone, which was on first down, which absolutely ghastly.
Yeah.
And then
Narduzzi, was it Narduzzi that was looking at him when he was coming off the field? Like, what are you doing?
That was Cade Bell. That was the offensive
Cade
coordinator.
Bell. Okay, that was Cade Bell, yeah.
And truthfully, it was like he fumbled through another pick that was a seam route in the fourth quarter and then fumbled inside the 5. And to his credit, he shouldn't have been in the game. I'm like, why is he still in the game? You're up 35-13, and you're running him.
Yeah,
But 4 turnovers, they easily should have scored 55, 60 points on that.
I agree.
Game.
That game shouldn't have been that close. They scored a late touchdown.
It should not have been that close.
Yeah.
And I'm not making excuses. It's like it should have been that bad.
Right.
Stanford is just woeful offensively. They really, their quarterback play is not good. Offensively, if the defense for Carolina plays the way it's played against Cal, against Virginia, against Syracuse, they're going to have trouble scoring 13 points, 10, 13 points.
Yeah.
As long as you're not helping them, as long as there isn't a big play in the kick game, there's not a punt return, kick return, or you got a couple turnovers. No pick 6s, no turnovers, nothing that gives them points or makes you play catch up. This should be a win. And honestly, if y'all lose this at home, this is a horrid loss.
I would agree. I think this is the game we should win. We should expect to win. And to drop this one would be, man. It would just be unacceptable. This is an unacceptable. The other 3 are debatable, but this one would be unacceptable. You got to win this stinking football game for sure.
Yeah, because you look at it and you got, if you win this game, you now have the state rivals. You're at Wake. What Wake are you getting? Are you getting the Wake that should have beaten Georgia Tech? Are you getting the Wake that did beat SMU? Or are you getting the one that went on the road and just got like curb stomped last week against Florida State?
Right.
I will say that Wake has been a different team at home. They've played much better football at home. It's a tough place to go because depending on what they do, I think they got Virginia this week. Mm-hmm. They're 5-3. Let's just say if Virginia beats them, they're 5-4, and they're playing you. Hey, that's an opportunity for bowl eligibility. Right. They're going to come out looking for blood.
Right.
And then you got Duke at home, and then you go to state. So you get 2 out of the last 3 on the road that are going to be tough games. And you're sitting at 4 wins. You got to get 2 of the last 3 to get bowl eligible.
Right.
So.
Yeah. They got to win this one to make the final 3 really interesting. To make them really interesting. So I'm anxious to see how they play, man. I think that this is a game where we could, really kind of pin the ears back a little bit, man, and look better than we have. This is just an opportunity to build off the Syracuse game. And then kind of get that snowball rolling down the hill, leading into Wake, Duke, and State, man, in that order, man. So then you said 27-13, right, Hutch?
I did, and it may end up being worse. It's one of those things, man. Until this offense proves to me that it can score more than 27 points against an FBS opponent, that's like the upper echelon. I'm like, yeah, they'll match their output against Syracuse.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, man.
Just because it's like
I went up 3 on you. I think I said 30-13.
You did.
Yeah, 30-13. So, the magical 3-0, which is a absolute, throwing that thing around the field for Carolina this year. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Like I said, it's a great opportunity for them to stack wins against P4 competition. Really, really bad P4 competition right now, but in the situation that we're in, we will stink and take what we can daggum get, man. So I appreciate you calling in, Hutch. And you gonna be there for the call-in show, bro?
You gonna watch party? Yeah, I'll be there for the watch party.
I'll be doing the watch party, brother. 4:30 my time, 3:30
I'll be there.
yours.
You got it, man. I'll be in the house, man.
All right, brother. All right, Hutch. I'll holler at you later, brother.
All right, brother. Bye.
All right, man. Later. My man, Stinking Hutch. I think that was you, Press, man. Give me a call back. If you haven't already, man, 919-590-3514. Give me a call. Give me your score prediction. And, opportunity to win $600, man, if you get the score prediction right. I'm at 30-13. Hutch is at 27-13. We need some more guys, man. We need some more stinking guys. Vasco said, "How long is the show gonna be?" We'll probably give it about 5 minutes after each phone call, and then we'll see how we do. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with Russ. Who am I speaking to?
What's happening, Russ?
What's going on? Is it Nick, the infamous Nick?
Yep, it's you stinking boy. How's it going, brother?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man? What's going on, Nick? Our token Wolfpacker is in the stinking house.
Yep, hanging with my favorite token Tar Heel fan. How's it rolling, buddy?
It's hanging in there, man. You ready for one more year of Dave Doran now that y'all beat a top 10 Georgia Tech team?
I mean, hey, last week probably the best we've ever played, but I'm honestly ready to still see him go. But what are you thinking for Bill? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny, man. That's thinking funny. That's funny right there, dude. I'm sure he thinks he saved his job. I'm
glad y'all think that.
Yep. So what's going on, man? What do you think about this Carolina-Stanford game?
Well, I'm going to say y'all got a solid chance. I mean, Stanford's not really a top ACC contender. I mean, let's be real. They were supposed to be the low dogs anyway. I don't think they were going to be no top level. I mean, their defense isn't quite there.
Right.
You know, whatever could go that way.
Yeah.
But judging the way, and I'm not even putting it on Bill right now, it's his first year, tough loss that happens, but it's college football. Anything's possible. But I'd like to see Stanford win, but you never know, man.
Are you picking the Cardinal? Are they going to get the job done?
I don't know. I mean, coming to y'all's place, but either way, I'm just throwing it out there. Depends on who y'all start. If you start Johnson, you might win.
Oh, no. Gio
you
Lopez.
Start Gio, that ain't happening. Oh.
Yeah, they're riding the Gio train for the rest of the year, man. That's going down. I mean, he's played.
Oh, all right.
It's still not miraculous or anything. It's not nothing to write home to your mom about. But I mean, you know, he's playing better football. We'll give him that.
So y'all are riding the Geo train for the rest of the year. I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah. Hey, we're all preaching it, brother.
Give me a score prediction real quick, Nick.
All right, man. I honestly think y'all might pull away with this one because of the motivation, but I'll probably say Carolina, probably 21. Stanford, we'll say it like 10. I just think that y'all have it motivation at home after the Syracuse win, so, you know, I think that's what's going to happen.
All right, so Carolina 21, Stanford 10 after the Syracuse win.
I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's funny. That's good, man. All right, 21-10 says Nick the Wolfpacker. He's picking his closet favorite team, the North Carolina Tar Heels.
No, it's not really my ride. You mean the opposite.
I hear you, man. Well, you doing all right? Everything else well?
Yeah, man, just been chilling, working here and there. I hadn't been in the show much because I've had some things to do. I've had a family emergency here and there, so prayers up, nation, because I've had a family member in the emergency room for 3 days. So,
oh, man. Well,
you know.
I hear that, Nick. I do, man.
I know.
Yep.
It's rough, and every day's a prayer.
Yeah. We'll definitely be praying for you and your family member, man. I really appreciate you calling into the show, brother.
Thank y'all, man, and have a good one, and looking forward to seeing you Saturday because we're not playing this week.
Well, come hang out, bro. We'll see you in the chat, man. Everybody's always asking where the heck Nick is, so they miss you.
I'm surprised at that.
So come and hang out Saturday, man.
I will, man. I will do. Y'all have a good one.
All right, Nick. Take it easy, bro. Later. My man, Nick. What's going on, baby? You're on the phone with us. Who am I speaking to?
What's up, Russ? It's Preston. How you doing?
I don't know why your stinking name doesn't pop up on this thing. I always think it's press, and then I think that I'm going to call somebody else press. Anyway, what's up,
you
brother,
good? Prayers to Nick and, his family, even though he's a Wolfpacker, so definitely prayers. Yeah, so I watched Stanford play, who was it, Miami, and they actually played them to a 7-7 tie in the first half, and then the second half, Miami just blew them open.
Right.
I just don't think Stanford is that. They're pretty good, but let me say that. Hold on, they're not that good, but I don't think they're deep at all. So it may be pretty close in the first half, but if we continue to run the ball, that's what Miami did. They ran the ball and they stopped them in the first half. The second half, they were just popping 10-yard runs every doggone time. So
right.
I feel like Carolina, like Hutch said, if we turn it over, who knows? We could definitely lose this game, but hold the ball, run the ball. And I think we've got them. The defense, man, our defense the last 3 games, nobody can complain about that.
No.
And even the offense against Syracuse wasn't horrendous. I mean, it might have been bad, but it went from horrendous to bad. And I'm, get another bad showing against Stanford, and that builds from that. I don't know, man.
Bad showing against Stanford, and we're cooking with gas, brother.
Bad is better than horrendous, wouldn't you say?
You're right.
So, and then couple that with good defense, and if you have, really good defense,
right?
Maybe go from bad offense to almost good. You're cooking now, baby.
Yeah.
So
it's a possibility, for sure, man, for sure. Yep.
But and as far as we're all disappointed in how the season's gone, but like people said, he was behind the curve whenever terrible recruiting class, couldn't really get in the portal what we wanted to, but if we don't have everybody wholesale transferring out after this, these guys are going to know what's expected. The new guys can come in, learn from those guys, and cherry pick some good transfers, and who knows? I mean, if we continue with this defense, because I looked the other day, I think in the 2 deep, we're going to lose about 20 people. It's just a question of how many other transfers out in the 2 deep we have. Hopefully it's not a lot, but anyway, I'm somewhat encouraged about the defense, definitely encouraged about the defensive play. And offense, we'll see. Of course, there's a lot of room there, but I'm the ever optimist. Funny thing with my score, I was going to pick 21-10, but I had a Wolfpacker beat me to it, so I'm going to knock it down to 20-10.
20-10.
Just because I haven't seen the consistent offensive output yet, so.
Yeah, that's
what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I think that's fair, man. I think that's fair. Another good defensive output, from a really bad stinking offense. And real quick before you get off of here, Press, it was interesting that I've gotten a lot of pushback on any kind of talking well about the defense. Oh, well, you haven't played anybody. Cal's offense is terrible, and Syracuse is bad, and it's like, yeah, well, Virginia is leading the ACC right now, and we should have beaten them. And that's not a bad offense.
No, absolutely not.
Points in regulation. So I agree with you.
I don't care if
go ahead.
I don't care if it is bad offenses you're playing. You're still playing you're putting those numbers up, and heck, one of those we 3 points was what Syracuse scored. You remember, it was a touchdown 7. That was on the offense. So
score. Yep.
Yeah, I don't. During Mac's times or Larry Fedora's times, it didn't matter if it was a bad offense. They were putting up 20+ points. So.
Yep. That stinking
anybody,
Duke game, that Duke game that we were at, Carolina Duke, when they rushed the field, that was the last win of the Drake May era. He was a third-string quarterback, and I think he went for over 300.
Exactly.
Drake had to be Superman in that game to get that W. It's just like you said, we are used to really bad offenses and not very good quarterbacks putting up Heisman numbers. And yes, that kid was not very good. I feel like if you toss me the ball right now, I could probably go out there and complete
Yeah, I agree with
passes,
that. I agree with that. But look at those guys. I mean, the defensive line's playing fantastic in my opinion. And I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll
man.
see, but keep that up and build off of that for next year, man. I mean, don't lose all those guys. Cherry pick some studs, maybe one or two. I don't know. You're cooking with gas all of a sudden.
I think we're slowly building momentum. I really do. I think we went through a lull. I think we're slowly building momentum. And I have kind of bought in. Call me, like you said, maybe I'm just being an extreme optimist, but like for sure, I believe I'm starting to believe that Bill, the whole slow incremental progress, and I think that he's taken this approach because he's in it for the long haul, whatever that means, 5 years, whatever it is. I think he's building this thing like he's got some time because he's going to be there for a little bit. That's the feeling that I get, and I'm sold. I'm stinking sold. So.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, 7-5, even if we win all four, which I don't think we will, I'm disappointed in that. I really am.
Right.
But if they're making a defensive improvement like that, and maybe the offense comes around, but the key that I'm going to watch, honestly, in the off season is how many transfers in the 2 deep we have. If it's a ton, we're back to square one again, having to teach everybody on the team what the expectations are, how to practice, all this good stuff. But if the majority, I know we're going to lose some, but if the majority in the 2 deep come back, these are now Bill's players. I don't care if you were recruited by Mac. You know what to expect now. You're a Bill player,
right?
And I think half the team just didn't know, and I don't know if those guys can go. I don't know. But that's what I'm going to be looking at is how many guys are transfer out and how many stay.
Right.
So,
yeah, I agree, man.
Anyway, we got a lot of football to play, but
I'm excited about these last 4 games, man. I think it's it's going to be a great indication of where we are moving into the off season, and like we were kind of alluding to, I think that we've got an opportunity to build some momentum, and we'll see how things shape out, brother.
I agree. Hey, I appreciate you, Russ. Keep up the good work, man.
I appreciate you, Press. Thanks, brother.
We'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
Bye.
My man, Press. That's my buddy, man. That's my stinking buddy. Yep, I'm with Preston, man. Can't help but be a little optimistic about, what we've seen here lately and kind of the progress that we've seen, especially on the defensive side of the football. Already knowing that Bill wants to be a defensive kind of, that's just who he is. Good defense, good special teams. And, then you throw a decent quarterback in there like a Tom Brady, and you can win a lot of stinking football games. What's going on, baby? You on the phone with Russ? Who am I speaking to?
Yo, Russ, is Vasco.
Vasco in the house, my fellow Fayettevillean. What's up, brother?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm hanging in there, bro. Hanging in there. Can't complain, man. What you got for me, Vasco?
Well, we finally won a game. We finally won a power game. I was so happy. A Syracuse game. I was so happy. I thought maybe we could have lost that game somehow, but everyone pulled through. Offense looked good. That was crazy to me. The offense actually looked good. Gio actually kind of looked a little decent.
Right.
Demon June doing Demon June things.
Yeah.
But Stanford, whole nother team. Isn't this homecoming for our boys?
It actually, I don't. Is it? It may be.
I think it might. It might be homecoming. I'm pretty sure.
Actually, I think this is the military appreciation game.
Yeah. It's that.
That's what it is.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So it's a big game no matter what. Maybe not for the average viewer for, different fan base. But this is a big game for us,
Right.
Players are finally off the road. They've been on the road for a bit now, and, here we are.
Right.
So I just wanted to ask, what was your score prediction this game?
Mine was 30-13. And by the way, real quick, Preston said it is homecoming. And Gene said it's homecoming.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it is homecoming. So you're right. Mine
Okay.
was 30-13. So right now, the scores that we have Nick said 21-10 Carolina. I said 30-13. Hutch said 27-13. Preston said 20-10. And we're waiting on you, big dog. Everybody's picking Carolina right now.
Well, I'm going to stick with the Carolina train then. I think I'm going to go 31-13.
31-13, man. You stinking went Price is Right on me, bro.
Got to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Stanford has not looked good at all. This team, the only good win they have is FSU, and FSU kind of had to fall off. So.
Right.
And, I'm not scared of Stanford's, defense or offense. So I think we could get the job done here very, largely.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if we somehow lost this. But I don't think we will. The only reason I think we could is because Bill's still, inconsistent here.
Mm-hmm.
He's picking up steam, though. We competed with Virginia, which surprised me. We, beat Syracuse, and, we competed with Cal. So, we're not horrible.
Right.
I just think, off season we need to fire Freddie. That's probably what we need to do.
Most of us are thinking that. Most of us are definitely thinking that. Bro, I think we would have to play god awful to lose to this Stanford team.
I don't know what Frank Reich's doing, but he's cooking up something, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the offense would have to play abysmal. If we lost this game, I can't see it being more than 17-13 or so. I just can't see them putting up a bunch of points based off of what I see. Gold Branson is not good at all. And C.J. Williams is a decent wide receiver outside, but our corners have played pretty daggum good. And I just don't know if they've got the juice, bro.
Is Dixon back?
So I don't know if he's back, but let's just say that he put out something on X.
He's pinning. Okay.
That may or may not. We'll see, dude. We'll think and see.
Because if he's back,
they played god awful.
If he's
TCU,
back,
Clemson, and UCF. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
I look at that as that was a different team. That was a different phase of this experiment press. So
we it was. I think we're a slow start. It was a slow start, and I feel like we're finally picking up steam.
Right. Yeah.
Because the Virginia game, we should have won that.
I agree.
It's as simple as that. Would I have went for 2? No, but hey.
I don't mind going for 2.
Generally,
as bad as your offense has been, I just did not like the play call. So, left-handed quarterback rolling out to his right, and then you throw it not in the end zone, but you throw it, underneath and hope that Benjamin Hall can make a play. I just thought that was, that was par for the course for Freddie. That's all I'll say about that.
And which, to be fair to Benjamin, he was pretty close to getting in. It is very close.
Yeah.
Just,
I would have liked to seen him. I'm not going to say that there was a lack of effort, but I would have liked to seen a little bit. I feel like he could have touched the pylon if he would have just stretched the ball out. There comes a point where the ball needs to be at the tip of your fingers and not cuffed. I don't know. Last play of the game, can't hold anything back kind of thing. But it is what it is, man. He's kind of set up in crappy position, having to take it in from the 4 or 5 yard line, running back to the football. So, like I said, once again, that's just not putting your players in positions to be successful. And he did basically all that he could do to make it even stinking close. But yeah, I mean, Carolina
Realistically, this is a 5-3 team.
They could be 5-3. They could be 5-3, 3-1 in the ACC right now, with a completely different vibe around the team, and actually in somewhat of a hunt, if you will, for let's just say the top of the ACC with the schedule that is to play. But
yeah,
unfortunately, that's not how it played out. So all you can do is keep your head and eyes forward.
I would take a 7-5 season if we somehow went out. That'd be a great season. I think.
At this point,
great first year for a coach.
100%, and then get a bowl game and hopefully, take that thing kind of serious and win that and finish 8-5. Oh yeah, that's a lot of stinking steam going into the offseason for sure, bro. For sure.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about Gio Lopez playing? Like how do you feel about his how he's been showing up?
How do I feel about Gio? I don't think that he's the answer long term, and I still don't understand. To be completely honest with you, why he is the starting quarterback. I don't. Now he has played better.
Yeah.
He's played better over the last 2 games. But it's I don't even know if you would necessarily consider it to be a game manager type performance. It's more so that he's not committing turnovers, as opposed to actually. He made a couple of plays against Syracuse. I don't want to take that away from him. But, what I don't think is I don't think it's fair to say that he's somehow trending upward in the sense that, this is our long-term quarterback for this year and 2026 as well. But we're going to ride this train. We're stinking going into the 9th game of the season. That it just, at this point, it is what it is. And I can't explain it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm the biggest Max Johnson guy out there. It breaks my heart to not see him start, but it's like, what could you do? It's like, I just hope next year we start Bryce. We do what we need to do, start Bryce, and don't hammer our head for Gio. Don't do anything dumb like that.
I would have to concur right now in week 9, unless there is just some drastic change, which I don't foresee. I would have to agree with that for sure. So
yeah, unless Gio starts playing like prime Tom Brady, or he's like Cam Newton doing flips over the O-line and stuff, I don't think we should start him in the future. I hope he transfers out. I don't hate Gio; he's a good kid, but
right.
Go back to the group of 5 or go, do good somewhere else. You're not going to do good here.
Well, I hope that he continues to improve.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that once again, I want him to be successful. I don't want anybody to try to say that I'm not saying. I'm definitely pulling for him. He's wearing Carolina blue. He's my starting quarterback. I want him to be good. I want the kid to stink and be good. But like I said, unless something changes, I don't think that that's the answer, and that's kind of where I'll thinking in that, right now. What's up, Dennis? Good to see you, brother. So,
yeah,
yep, for sure, man, for stinking sure.
Well, I don't want to take up too much time. I hope you and Lil Russ are doing well. I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope Nick prayers to his family and everything.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is I'm in here for the long road. I don't care how bad we do. I don't care if we have a losing season. I'm here for the long run. Can't give up.
My man, 100%, brother, 100%.
Well, I'll see you, Russ. You be safe, man.
Okay, I appreciate you, Vasco. My man. Fayetteville in the house. 910 represent. My stinking man. So, yeah, we got a couple more minutes, man. Dennis in the daggum house. 919-590-3514. Call into the show. Give me a score prediction. If you get the score right, I'm going to send you 600 bones. Little Russ. Hopefully I didn't blow you guys thinking eardrums out. What time is it? He's got school tomorrow. He might be in bed. I don't know. A little early, but Preston really wants him to get these stinking 600 bones. He really wants Little Russ to get these stinking 600 bones. So yeah, man, that's kind of where we're at, dude. Like I said, I would say that Carolina would have to just absolutely bomb it. Absolutely stinking bomb it in order for them not to win this stinking football game. This should be arguably the best. Oh, were you sleeping? All right, don't even get on here, man. His hair is all disheveled and everything. What's the Carolina-Stanford final score? No, football. Yeah, football. Huh? What? California. Carolina what? You can't pick that one. Somebody already got that one. You changed that one big time. All right. All right, here we go. He said, appreciate you, Little Russ. Carolina 31, Stanford 17. What's up, Dennis?
What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on, big dog? What you got, man?
Nothing much, man. Hey, I kind of drifted into basketball season. Now I got to drift back over to football season.
Come on over here, man. Come on over here.
I'm over there. I didn't leave. I didn't go too far.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think this would be a good game for us to kind of fine tune some things to close out the season. With Duke and State coming up.
Right.
I kind of like where we are defensively. Offensively, I think the name of the game is just pound the ball. The rest of the games that we have left, none of those teams are real good at stopping the run. And you can score some points on them. I hope, and I don't see any of these remaining teams that's going to come out and put up 25, 30 points if our defense keeps playing the way that it is.
Right.
They seem to be gelling. Unfortunately, they didn't gel fast enough. I like where we're at. I really like where we're at. I really do.
Right. Right.
I think if Kitchens can stay out of his own way, we should be pretty good. We should play well.
Right.
I like us in this game. I'm just hoping that we play well and carry it over to the next game and be ready.
Right.
So.
Or do you want to see Gio
run it?
Airmail this thing?
Do I want to see who?
You said you want to run the damn ball, or do you want to see Gio fling this thing around the stinking field?
I want Gio to come out on the field and have heavy hands and hand the ball off to the running back and get the credit for the win. Yes. And then get back over to the sideline. Get back over there and don't do anything stupid.
100%.
Turnover. He has. And look, I'm unlike others. I think he got some. He had folks in his ear hole at the beginning of the season. He deserved it. He didn't play well.
Right.
But now he seems to be kind of in his element where he's kind of hitting some passes here. And that ball he threw to Jordan Shipp that scored a touchdown. That was a pretty ball.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, I looked at back at he throws the ball off of his back foot a lot.
Yeah.
He really drifts. He drifts. I don't know if that's from getting hit or what, but he really drifts backwards when he's throwing the ball, and I think I attribute that to not being able to see over the line. He's trying to get that extra step away from the line, and I think that might attribute to that. But I think if they just, mix in a little pass here and there, I think they need to come out of this game where they are for every pass they throw, they need to have 5 or 6 runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to see us. No, go ahead.
I think that's fair enough. I think they definitely that was one of the reasons why I think they got the W over Syracuse is because they finally ran the ball more than they threw it.
Right.
I think he should be around 20 to 25 passes a game, and we should be pounding that damn football, and there should be a whole bunch of hooping and hollering in those offensive line meetings between series where there's manhoods being challenged. This is what we're going to do. You're going to move the man in front of you, and we're going to run this damn ball down their stinking throat.
Right. Right. No, I agree with that. I think it was you that said, or it might have been Lovey, that said that I'm the type of person I like to get, lathered up to, get. They got to get. They finally gave June the ball.
Right.
And they let him get. He seems to get stronger as the game goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And I had made this comment. He kind of reminded me of I didn't clarify, younger Hampton, Marion Hampton, when Marion was a freshman or sophomore. He kind of reminded me of him, watching him run the ball and run off tackle. I do think that he is a better off tackle type of running back than he is in the hitting the A gap. That's more of a Hall type run.
Mm-hmm.
But he seems to run the ball a lot better off tackle, and then he can bounce if he needs to.
Right.
You ready for my score?
I'm ready for your score prediction. You gonna be the last?
Look, man, I look like a toothless woman in the jungle somewhere trying to get a date when I call these scores out, man. I ain't close. I ain't even close to nothing, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 31-13.
31. Okay, hold on. Time out. We got to change it just a little bit because Bosco picked 31-13 Carolina. So
Bosco beat me to that.
He beat you to that score. So you got to change it up.
Call him up. Call him up and ask him, can I have it? I'll let him have 32.
Yeah.
Okay, I tell you what. Okay, he said 31-13. I'm gonna go. Can we get 5 touchdowns? I'm gonna go 35-13.
35-13. Carolina, says the great Dennis.
Yeah, ain't got a score right this year.
35-13. Hey, I'd love for that score to be right, man.
Has anybody come close?
This year, we've had some guys kind of hovering around, but
Oh, okay.
Needless to say, I've been able to keep that $600 in my pocket. So
keep that 600 in your pocket. Well, that's. I'm gonna go 35-13.
35-13. Okay.
Yeah. And Russ, we appreciate you, man. This right here, tomorrow night, like you said, man, what a great day. What a great time to be a Tar Heel. Any time's a great time, but 100%. To be able to watch the basketball game tomorrow and then turn around Saturday and watch it, man, we appreciate everything you do, man. We really do.
I appreciate you, Dennis. I do, man. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, man.
I look
forward to hooligans, tell the hooligans I said hello.
Will do, brother.
All right, brother. Take care. Hey, stay safe, man.
Yes, sir.
And tell little Russ, man, he can't be hitting the bed that early.
Okay. All right, brother.
No, I'm just kidding. Take care, man. God
All
bless.
right, man. All right, God bless, brother. We'll see you later.
All right. All right, bye-bye.
My man, Stinking Dennis. My man, Dennis. And then we got one more in here. Ray, I got you, brother. 28-17. Ray says Carolina wins 28-17. I got you entered in at the last second, DJ. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. So yeah, just to let you know, Chicken David James, because 9 o'clock, that's kind of when we shut it down. We go for an hour. These call-in shows, it's usually Thursday or Friday night. Kind of just goes left or right depending on my work schedule and everything. Hopefully next year it'll be more consistent and we'll actually get some the night before. It'll be Friday nights because I'll probably be taking a different position at work. So but anyway, more to follow that in a couple of months. But yeah, you just call into the show. You're obviously subscribed to the channel, and you just predict the score. And if you predict the score this week, the pot is $600. $600. If you actually predict the score right, then your boy is going to send you 600 stinking bones. And once somebody wins that, it goes back down to 100. So we have not had a winner since North Carolina Central last year. And that was actually yours truly. And so the pot just keeps growing by $25 every week that we don't have a winner for football season. We don't do this for basketball. It's only for football season. So, we got 3 games left. Make sure that if you want to, man, call into the show next week prior to Wake Forest. And, we'll get your score prediction in, brother, and get you locked in and chance to win. If nobody wins it this week, it'll be $625. So, like I said, man, it's 9 o'clock. I know you guys probably got to go to work in the morning. I got to go to work in the morning. I appreciate everybody hanging out, man. Had a slow start, but we ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 score predictions in. That's pretty good. And we got Carolina, Kansas tomorrow. Huge stinking game, basketball. And then we get the turnaround, man, and watch stinking Carolina, Stanford, 4:30 on the CW network on Saturday. So exciting couple of days coming up for Carolina, Tar Heel Nation, dude. Shout out to Dev, man, for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate you, brother. Hopefully you enjoy all the content, and hopefully you enjoy being a part of this great stinking community, man. I love you guys, and y'all make sure that you come hang out with your boy tomorrow for the Carolina-Kansas game. We'll have a stinking blast, bro, watching Carolina go BTA against the stinking Kansas Jayhawks. And then we'll turn around and do the same thing Saturday to them West Coast boys over there at Stanford. So I love you, Tar Heel Nation. It is a great day to be a stinking Tar Heel, bro. Go to hell, Duke, and go to hell, State. And we'll catch you on the next one, baby. Go Heels.